Yeah, what is up? What is happening? Welcome to another episode of Respect the Court. And yes, we are now into playoff season. This is, in my opinion, the best version of NBA basketball. The regular season is a marathon. The regular season is just trying to grind it out and get through and hopefully position yourself within the top four or top five in the standings as you get closer towards the end of the season. But this right here, right now, this is, in my opinion, the better basketball in the season. So right now, all teams have played their first game. I believe New York and Detroit at this moment are playing game two. And there are two other teams scheduled to play today as well. I believe those teams are going to be, is it going to be Indiana? I'm actually not remembering off the top of my head, but I think it's either going to be Indiana and Milwaukee for today. No, that's tomorrow. No, today it's going to be Denver and the Clippers. And of course, right now, Detroit and New York. New York right now is down by 8. But anything can happen. This is the end of the third quarter. Anything can happen. But why is playoff basketball so much better than the regular season basketball? Well, for me, and if you're a true basketball fan, like someone who has followed the sport for several years, what's great about playoff basketball is that you have to learn to adjust. You have to adjust from game to game. What you were doing during the regular season may not necessarily work in the playoffs because you're playing the same team anywhere from 4 to 7 times. And you make the adjustments based off of matchups, based off of taking away certain strengths from one team, exploiting weaknesses, running the right kind of offense that's going to maximize certain players. For me, this is the time when two-way players really shine because you really get to lock in on certain players who you feel probably are great during the regular season, but for whatever reason, they don't put up those same numbers in the playoffs. On the flip side, you have players who elevate their game in the playoffs. So far, we've seen Luka Doncic do just that, and although the Lakers lost, he put up some great numbers, but that's the thing about the playoffs. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you can put up numbers. If the game plan is let Luka shoot, but we're going to run our defense in such a way that's going to prevent them from getting to the basket, so be it. Or it's going to prevent them from, say, an Austin Reeves getting hot, from LeBron James getting comfortable, so be it. Flopping, it's not going to happen. It's more physical. All right, things that were happening during the regular season, that was happening during the regular season. They're not going to allow it during the playoffs because this is grown man ball. Like, it's going to be physical. It's going to be tough. There's going to be probably more banging involved. You need to just fight through it. Flopping will not be tolerated. At least I hope so. But yeah, there are some great matchups right now. I really like the Clipper and Denver matchup. Although the Clippers got Denver won the first game. Denver got the first game. But I still say that the Clippers are the dark horse in the West. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. Do I think they're going to make it to the finals? No. But I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to the semifinals. Not at all. And Detroit, and I also mentioned on an episode previously that Detroit was also possibly a dark horse as well. They're physical, they're strong, they have some wily veterans, and they have a good coach in JB Bickerstaff. So if they're able to adjust accordingly from game to game, I'm pretty sure they can surprise the New York Knicks and get out of the first round. And also, what I love about playoff basketball is you have to slow down. You have to play half-court basketball. And this is where basketball IQ is greatly emphasized. The teams who understand how to play and understand what to look for and understand how to not get rattled. Those are the teams that normally, not always, but normally get through the playoffs and get deep into the playoffs. My prediction, also for, say, Milwaukee and Indiana, I think we saw this play out last season or maybe the season before. It really comes down to the health of Damian Lillard. You need that extra offensive force. Giannis is great. Giannis is a superstar, but I don't think Giannis will be able, unless he becomes more of a playmaker, will be able to carry this team far into the playoffs. Unless he becomes more of a facilitator. Like there's no one on Indiana who I feel can match up with him 1-on-1 for an entire series. Not Indiana, no, not at all. But something can happen. Something critical can happen where he gets slowed down. They do the whole wall thing, but his jumper's getting a little better. His facilitating is getting better, and it really is up to the other players in Milwaukee to step up and do a little something. And maybe we'll see that happen, and hopefully they tie up the series. I enjoy a good long series. Some series, you watch a certain series and you understand that, okay, this is not going to be a long series. This might be at best a gentleman's sweep. At worst, maybe at worst a gentleman's sweep. At best, a sweep. But yeah, Minnesota and LA, that was not a surprise to me. I think the media overhyped the Lakers in terms of them possibly steamrolling this team. Minnesota's a good team. They had a rough season, but they have all of the weapons, they have all of the elements, and they have the right offensive mindset to attack Los Angeles. Los Angeles is weak in the interior. Your top three guys don't really play defense at a high level. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that happens. You got OKC and Memphis. That was rough. And I'm sure OKC will. I think it'll be a gentleman's sweep. I think Memphis has just had a tumultuous season after the All-Star break. Their coach was fired, which that's going to be another episode with all these coach firings. I know I might be late to the party to talk about it, but it needs to be discussed. And, yeah, it's going to be rough for Memphis. But I expect a gentleman's sweep out of that one at best. And, yeah, of course, the Rockets and the Warriors played. That was a fantastic game, up and down. Although the Warriors did nearly blow a 23-point lead. But the great thing about playoff basketball is that it is methodical. You really do have to take your time. You can't get rattled. You just can't. Now, granted, the Rockets did not shoot the ball well, and that most likely was the reason why they lost the game. And also, poor offensive rebounding on the Warriors. But still, poor offensive rebounding and still win a game by 10. That means something. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Looking forward to how the rest of these games turn out. But yes, playoff basketball. Good, solid playoff basketball where you have to think. Exploit matchups. You can't just run and gun. You have to really use your offensive and defensive schemes wisely. And truly, the teams that do that are the teams that are going to win. That's just it. That's just it. And it's great to watch. But that's all I got. No specifics, but I'm just really, really excited about this year's playoff basketball. And hopefully it'll be rewarding. Hopefully the refs will not try to do too much and just let these boys play, let these men play. And it should be a treat. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.